Should we talk about the Tectone allegations? So apparently there's some allegations that are being thrown to good old Techie Tech, you know? Let's talk about it, shall we? Let's have a talk. Or good old Tom Dark.
Boys and
Really,
girls,
you know,
thanks.
the weirdest thing about it is that Tom Dark is talking about the Tectone allegations. That's the craziest thing to hear about that.
Thanksgiving is coming up, and everyone is thinking about, I don't know, spending time with their family, rekindling old relationships, and having a fun, wholesome time eating some turkey at the dinner table. But before you do all of that, before you do whatever it is you think is important with your family, we've got something very important to discuss, like more allegations of abuse. Hooray! Yes, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. We got our priorities straight this year. This year has been like the year of allegations. I mean, we had Dr. Disrespect, we had Chris.
True. This year full of allegations.
Tyson, we had the Do. We've had so many different allegations to varying levels of severity, varying levels of evidence, varying levels of proof, and some of them have also been false. And the most recent allegations are about Tectone. He's a huge streamer. You guys probably know him as being one of these, he plays these weird anime games, okay? It's not really my thing. It's like an anime game, but it's gambling. I don't really understand it. I don't really get it. I don't really like
It's an anime game, but gambling.
Anime, you know, it's not my world, not my thing, but he does it and he's very successful at it. And he's so big on Twitch that he is, or rather was until this happened, a member of OTK, also known as One True King, which is basically like a streamer group, frat house sort of thing, where a bunch of popular streamers make a bunch of content together, and more often than not, they accuse each other of going gorilla mode on each other.
What? Excuse me? They go gorilla mode on each other? Wait, what? On September 2022, co-owner Miskiv was placed on leave by the group after a series of clips and other content involving him, which including him downplaying an incident of SA, as well as racist and homophobic comments made in 2018 to 2019, came to light on December 31st, 2022. He was reinstated by the group, though he remains suspended from his board related duties as a result of his comments. On December 16, 2022, co-owner Rich Campbell announced his resignation of the organization in a light of SA allegations. On December 23rd, the official OTK Twitter account announced that Jay Schlatt would be departing the organization. Oh, wait, Jay Schlatt was part of OTK? Really? I didn't even know about that actually. He will continue as an advisor of the YouTube team and have a stake of Starforge Systems. On November 22, 2024, Tectone was removed from OTK following multiple SA allegations from his former girlfriend, Pinkchu. Oh, from his former girlfriend, his crazy ex, basically.
Sometimes, now and then. I think this is like the third time there's been allegations about someone in this specific group, which in fairness, with any concentration of people put in one place, there's bound to be an allegation between each other, especially when they're all degenerate YouTube people, degenerate streamer people, right? Like way back in the day, we had the allegations that Adriana Lee made.
Wait, Fedmeister? I know that name.
YouTube people, degenerate stream.
Fedmeister, Federico Michael Gayton, more often as Fedmeister, is an American Twitch streamer slash YouTuber personality who is known for his IRL streams. Prior to becoming a streamer, Gayton was a video editor and was invited to join a group as an editor in June 2017. On July 8th, 2017, Gayton published his first YouTube video with Offline TV, where he formally introduced as the group editor after Gayton went to make many videos with the Offline TV, garnering millions of views for the channel. Gayton grew popular among the Offline TV fan base, and in January 2018 started streaming and was soon officially named as part of Offline TV. On June 27, 2020, fellow Offline member Giovanni, NG, and Lily Pichu Key came forward with sexual misconduct allegations involving Gayton. NG stated that the two separate instances, Gayton would enter her room intoxicated and uninvited, lay down on her bed, and begin inappropriately touching her. He also stated that he would enter her room uninvited and make inappropriate advances on her. Gayton was removed from the group following the allegations, and in a week following his removal, over 6 members of the offline TV friend circle came out with their own stories and his inappropriate or manipulative behavior.
Streamer people, right? Like way back in the day, we had the allegations that
Damn.
Adriana Lee made against Crazy Slick, who was Mizkif's best friend. Mizkif obviously being a very big streamer. He's also a member of OTK, and it caused a lot of strife, a lot of problems within the OTK organization. So needless to say, OTK has been in a lot of controversy, and a lot of tweets about the situation are like, it's always OTK, which it's not always OTK, but it has happened with OTK people before. Their rep is just destroyed. I feel like Mizkif at this point is probably like, man, what have I done? But what else could really get you guys in the Thanksgiving mood aside from discussing allegations of misconduct? I mean, come on, guys. I'm basically at the dinner table right now. I'll have some allegations with a side of cranberry sauce. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer here. I'm not a huge fan of Tectone or anything, but I have seen some of his content. I've seen some of his takes around, and I think he's pretty funny. Okay, I do think he's a funny guy, so there is a slight amount of bias here in terms of that, but I don't really have any stake in whether he's innocent or guilty. We're just gonna look over the allegations as they are and try to come to our own conclusion.
I'll be interested to see what these allegations are.
Based on the evidence that we have, which in this case, well, we'll get to it. Now, this entire drama started from Tectone's former love interest. Maybe love is a strong word there, but former interest. Her name is Pinky Chew, and
Pinky Chew. Wait, is that the girl? Wait.
Love interest. Maybe love is a strong word there, but former interest.
Wait. Wasn't that Tectone's roommate? Question mark? Wait, is this who I think this is? Hold on, let me see. Pinky Chew. Pinky Chew? This is who I think this is, right? Or am I confusing this with the wrong person? Yeah, I think, yeah, this is what's her face. Right? This is Tectone's fucking roommate, right? If I remember correctly. If I'm remembering this correctly, that's who it was, right? I could be misremembering. Okay, I think it is, because I think it is. Yeah.
Her name is Pinky Chew, and even prior to this situation, they actually made headlines in regards to their relationship. Earlier this year, Pinky defended Tectone after
Twitch streamer Pinky Chew addresses rumored cheating allegations, disclosed private DMs with Tectone.
People online were speculating that he had divorced his ex-wife after having an affair with Pinky Chew. And so at the time, she was clearly defending him. She was on his side. She was like, no, Tectone's a good guy. That didn't happen. He followed the boundaries of the relationship. He followed the boundaries of good standing for content creators, okay? Because, hey, if you're a content creator and you have a bad thing happen in a relationship, well, I personally think that you're done. You're toast.
Was it cheating on her with...
True. This is an actual thing with content creators.
Pinky before divorce?
And like I said, and I'm gonna clear it up again, that's not true, okay? I've already shown you my first messages with Tectone, and as you can see, even with the cameras that she spied on, it was in December, okay? December 18th is when we met in real life. December 16th is when we first ever spoke and had any kind of interaction, like online. And then here is a public divorce. The date of the filed divorce was November 21st, 2022, okay? Freem had already moved out in September, and they're already talking about and trying to get paperwork together for divorce. She didn't file it till November, okay? So there's no cheating.
Now, months after that incident, Pinky would also vaguely talk on stream about being cheated on.
Okay, weird question time.
Wait. Pikachu goes viral for talking about getting cheated on months after being involved in the Tectone cheating controversy.
Has anyone ever been cheated on? How do you react to something like that, by the way? Like, is it weird? Like, I know some people are like, oh, you'll crash out or something when you learn about that, like you got cheated on. But is it weird that for me, like, I just like, oh my god, I don't have to deal with this piece of shit anymore.
And this obviously led a lot of people to speculate that Tectone may have cheated on her in that relationship. There may have been some kind of situation there where maybe she was defending him and she didn't really mean it, or she was lying for him, she was covering for him, and then later on maybe he got her back, maybe he cheated on the wife and cheated on her. Like, there's just a lot of crazy speculation around this stuff. You guys know how it goes with any drama situation, especially with the personal lives of streamers who have some of the most parasocial audiences ever. It can get touchy. It can get very touchy. But at this point in time, Pinky Chew was not coming out against Tectone. She was avoiding going full blazing saddles, blaze of glory, burn it to the freaking ground by Linkin Park. Okay, she was avoiding that. But in September, she would actually tweet something. Please stop talking about me on stream. Stop lying. I broke up with you because I suspected you were cheating on me. Stop taking pot shots at me on stream. You know, the next day we got back together, I broke up with you on July 23rd. Didn't want to be your friends with benefits on July 26th. You wouldn't even let me ride in the car with you and Sophia, and I was outside the house drunk and alone. I'm not stupid, and I suspected cheating. Just stop. It wasn't
good. It was a lot of bad. I really think we're better off as friends. I think a lot of what you're going through is affecting me emotionally and really negatively. I hope you something.
wasn't good. It was a lot of bad. So it's obvious here that their relationship has fallen apart. They're no longer buddy-buddy. They're not getting along in the way that they used to. And so now she's coming out against him and making some allegations. But it's nothing too serious, right? It is obviously, I mean, cheating's not a good thing to do but cheating's not a good thing to do. But
True.
I will say that realistically speaking, these are not like game-ending allegations. It's more like, okay, well, he was kind of mean to me. I thought he might have been cheating on me, but I didn't really know. And she's mad apparently that he was taking pot shots at her on stream. I don't know if that's true, but it very well could be. You know, sometimes streamers will kind of make offhand comments about their personal lives and not
True. Tectone does have a tendency of doing that, actually. He really does have a tendency of doing that. Hey, uncle.
really realize how much of an effect it can actually have in the real world, or maybe just not realize that the person they're talking about may get mad at them and freak out. But I don't know. I haven't seen those clips and I can't seem to find them anywhere.
True.
Now, there would also be several follow-up tweets of Pinky talking about potential victims, and she specifically used the word we when talking about them. He is not lying to protect me. He is lying because he doesn't want Sophia to know we were still together. I was told by someone else he told her this same lie. And here you have him saying,
You ever just lie to protect someone, but they make it so hard? He is not lying. He's not lying to protect me. He's lying because he doesn't want Sophia to know we were still together. I was told by someone else he told her this. They told her the same lie. Wait. So Tectone and Pikachu were well, actually, it was kind of pretty obvious, to be honest. Like, it was actually kind of pretty obvious to kind of see it. It was just like, huh. Like, they have a very interesting, like, chemistry. You know, the chemistry together was kind of like, you know?
saying
Kinda
you ever
sus,
just lie
you
to
know?
protect someone, but they make it so hard. So clearly she's saying like, oh, he's not lying to protect me. This isn't for my benefit. This is because he doesn't want the truth to be exposed. Ooh. Now that same exact day, Pinky would tweet heavily insinuating that Tectone had forced his wife to sign an NDA about this abuse that allegedly happened, as well as showing pictures of what looks like plane tickets. So here she said, we both know how treated me and your ex-wife. I think she meant you, how you treated me and your ex-wife. We both know how he treated me and your ex. We both know how you treated me and your ex-wife. You had her sign an NDA to keep her quiet about the abuse, then told me specifically to go over the car clip on stream and lied to me and said it was the day you caught her cheating. But I later found out it was a lie. Just like your many lies. You used me and manipulated me to make you look like the victim, when she was the victim all along. She didn't even know Cruz till a month later. As shown here, this is how he treated both of us. Our friends saw it, my family saw it, and I'm glad I'm out. So she's essentially just accusing him of cheating here, but on top of that, she's also accusing him of abuse, which, to be clear, from what I
Oh, shit, man. It's pretty crazy in my personal opinion. Oh, shit. Well, at the end of the day, you know. Would I be very surprised? Probably not, actually.
I know it depends on what it is, but if it's like some kind of misconduct that crosses the legal boundaries, to my knowledge, you can't have someone sign an NDA for that. Or if you do have them sign it, I don't think that's enforceable because like a contract, a civil contract between two people doesn't supersede the law that the United States government has set. So it doesn't really make sense to me. Maybe she's misinformed. Maybe she's outright lying. Who really knows?
True.
I don't know this girl. You don't know this girl.
True.
So probably not good to get too invested
Yes.
here. But regardless of that, this doesn't look to be completely as straightforward as she's making it. Now, this was all the way back in September, so this was months ago. But now that we have this background, it's time to get into the actual current allegations now that we've built the story a little bit. And another
Oh, we got current allegations. Ooh.
thing I want you to keep in mind here, I'm going to make a little bit of a disclaimer here before we go forward with this situation, okay? The important thing to remember is that there's zero actual evidence on either side when it comes to this. Now, that does
What? So it's just basically he said she said kind of situation. Okay. All right. So you're basically telling me it's kind of a bit of a useless drama at the end of the day.
doesn't mean that Pinky is wrong because she
True.
very well could be telling the truth, but it's
Yeah.
ultimately up to the accuser to provide proof beyond a reasonable doubt
Of
and
course.
not the accused. Unless
Of
the
course.
accused like admits to whatever, they're being accused of despite the
Yes.
absence of a preponderance of evidence. We want to go by the innocent until proven guilty mentality here.
Yes.
Just keep that in mind as we move forward. This case is very much a he said, she said type deal, and in the absence of having anything that I can prove what she said, I have to ultimately assume that what he said may be the case. So on November 20th, Pinky would tweet, "Why is it when victims try to come forward about sexual abuse, they get silenced by clout chasers and orbiters, and CEOs trying to line their pockets from advertisers? How many women with the same story have to say something till people realize they're protecting an abuser? It has baffled me how the streaming industry acts like a mini Hollywood, blacklisting victims so no one will hear them out, no one wants to support them publicly so victims are afraid to speak up, and millionaires that abuse women just continue to get away with it." Now, this is obviously a very loaded claim, and on one hand, a lot of people have made similar allegations and speculations about OTK, One True King, as an organization because of what happened with Crazy Slick back in the day. There's a lot of info out there on the internet if you want to look it up, but essentially what happened was there was this girl named Adriana Lee. She was asleep, and some people allege that while she was asleep, a guy named Crazy Slick, who was a member of OTK and one of Ms. Gift's best buddies, had come over and touched her and essentially passed
Okay. All right.
that point of time. The allegation as far as Crazy Slick was not even the biggest part of it. The biggest allegation was this claim that Ms. Giff and Maya and these other members of OTK had tried to cover up the SA allegations. And so
Oh man, why? Like, I get it, I understand, but like, that's not good. That's definitely not good on trying to cover it up. That says a lot about your company.
So what Pinky is saying here is kind of alluding to that idea, alluding to that preconceived notion, which is that the streaming world is just like Hollywood with Harvey Weinstein and all those guys, and victims will never actually get their justice. They're being silenced, they're being blacklisted, stuff like that. But in all reality, this was just a prelude to what she would share later that day. And several comments would end up asking what exactly she was referring to because they wanted her to elaborate on this statement, to be like, hey, you're making this very vague statement. Is this about Tectone? Is this about someone else? Is this, what's going on here? Is this about your dad, Gerald? What's going on here? And at 6 p.m., she would actually validate their speculations. How are you supposed to feel if a guy is abusive and makes you cry, then shoves your head on his crotch and demands you suck him off? And his excuse is emotion just turns me on when you cry. The gorilla mode allegation.
Whoa, holy shit. Whoa. Whoa. That's kind of weird, man.
Are in full swing.
That's
Jeez.
kinda
Or when
weird.
You are asking that you don't feel comfortable doing something sexual, and he records you and demands you stop making faces and pretend you like it. Or you say you don't want to do it anymore, and he shoves your head down till you throw up. Guilt trips you into giving BJs and says, do your job, you don't pay rent. I took you to a water park, so you owe me. And all you can do is sleep upstairs because you know what he's going to keep telling you to do. He doesn't touch you, doesn't have sex with you, just keeps you around as a BJ machine and degrades you. A BJ machine.
Jesus Christ. Okay, all right.
Isn't that a thing you can buy? I know this is probably a bad time to bring this up.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you can probably buy something like that.
Can you buy that? Isn't that like a thing?
Yeah.
Like a product? I've heard.
Yeah.
So I've heard. I wouldn't know anything about it. That's just what I've heard. Don't goon. Makes you feel.
Oh yeah, no, I know about this because my fucking guy friends fucking told me about it. So when you have guy friends, they get into the most fucking craziest fucking conversations in the entire world, you know?
Ugly. Don't wear baggy clothes. Straighten your hair. At least wear eyeliner around the house. Your self-worth totally crushed. I hate that people warned me. I didn't listen because I was so manipulated. I hate that I was lied to when another girl who went through worse was trying to come forward. Me and her are good now, but I should have listened. When you're in it, you feel blind to reason. I see some comments that are worrying, and I just want to let y'all know I am out and have my own place and I'm safe. Don't want to worry anyone. I've been taking it one day at a time since this. Now, while she didn't explicitly name Tectone, it was kind of obvious to people replying who she was referring to because of the prior knowledge that she had a kind of relationship with Tectone and something was going on there. She had defended him in the past, so people were like, all right, well, who else could it really be? I mean, it has to be this one obvious guy. Unless it's someone else, she's just not saying it. So all of the replies would reach out in support of her, and Pinky would end up tweeting about this a few hours later, where she said, I feel so much better. Thank you for the love and support. I hope the next girl sees it and is able to stand up for herself. I think I needed to say my piece so I could move on. I don't care about things blowing up. I just wanted my side to be heard. Now, obviously, at this point, Tectone being a huge streamer, a lot of people are talking about this. There's a lot of people who don't like him because of, you know, some political statements he's made that are kind of vague, but they kind of...
For me personally, when it comes to Tectone, but this is just like personal opinion, right? I just don't like him that he's just a complete asshole. Even though he says, right, quotation marks, this is what he says, right? He says that he's a good person offline and everything like that. But like the problem is like we don't get to see that, you know, because he's always being an asshole on stream. So it's just kind of like, you know, it's just kind of like, really. So that's kind of like the only thing. I don't really watch him from a lot. It's only from time to time. Tech got to go to court to prove these allegations wrong. Not looking good right now as an outsider. Yeah, it's definitely not looking good as an outsider. Hey, Lovecraft, like Asmon. No, cause the way how Tectone conveys things is a little bit more aggressive. His is a little bit more aggressive than Asmongold. Like Asmongold is understandable because he doesn't like yell at you or doesn't like try to like kind of like, you know, because like one of the things he always does every single time for no apparent reason, he literally called a YouTuber who was making like lolly content a pedophile. Like he literally called him a pedophile, and he says, and this is how he said it, this caters to pedophiles. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, that's crazy, dude. That's a crazy allegation for you to call another content creator a pedophile. Just because he's making lolly content, you know? So it's just kind of like, come on, dude. It's not that serious, bro. Like, honestly, it's just not that fucking serious. It's a 2D image, okay? Grow up, bro.
Ascribe a certain belief system to it. There's people who don't like him because he's gotten in certain dramas and they feel he came out on the wrong end of it. So there's a lot of people out there who don't like him in general, who do exist. But then there's also people who...
But that's like my only gripe that I have with Tectone. That's it. That's all I have with him. You know, everything else is like, you know, he can be an entertaining guy too as well. Esmond also associates lolicons to pedos though. It's common retarded opinion. No, he thinks it's weird. That's what he thinks now. He has changed his perspective. He has to change after probably like educating himself a little bit more. He says that it's weird, and that's about it, you know. But he's never literally said like the word pedophile as of recently. So he just literally just says it weird. That's it, you know. He just says, man, there's some weird shit, man. You know, that's about it. You know, it's not that crazy. But like with Tectone, he literally throws the word pedophile like it's like fucking Christmas Eve, you know? That's the difference, you know? And so that means he's also a pedophile for watching him and also the way how he uses terminology of saying like, this is a 16-year-old, but this is a fucking 23-year-old. See, age doesn't matter, height doesn't matter. I'm just like, bro, man. I'm just like, bro, it's not. It's like, it's okay. All right, man. It is what it is. You know what?
Do like him and want to defend him. He has a very loyal fan base. I'd say one of the more loyal fan bases on Twitch, especially in the gacha game.
Yes, he does have a very, very, very loyal fan base.
Community. And so with everyone talking about it, Tectone himself.
It's because I watch Asmongold too as well. He always says weird every single time. He's always has said weird. But with Tectone, it's always the word pedophile. every fucking time. And I'm just kind of like, bro, dude, it's not that fucking serious. It's a 2D image, okay? All right, you can say it's weird. That's fine. You can say it's weird. There's nothing wrong with it at the end of the day. But if you're calling somebody an actual pedophile with no actual proof and zero evidence, I'm like, bro, like, that's some serious, like those are some allegations you should not be throwing around nonchalantly, to be honest. Especially for you being a big content creator. You're an influencer, you know? You're going to influence your people, you know?
Himself felt the need to respond, and he would actually do it on stream and on Twitter.
So if you're confused, you're going to stay confused. Because this shit is not about content for me. Okay? I know the person who needs to hear this is going to hear this. And I mean this genuinely, okay? I did everything for you. I helped you with everything. I fixed everything for you. I was there for you like nobody else was there for you in your whole life. Your words, not mine. The fact that you're letting these people get into your ear. People, the same people who are talking behind my back illegally, by the way. The same people who placed me under an NDA where I cannot talk about them. I know they're talking to you right now behind the scenes. And they're getting you to believe in bullshit. You're talking to retard after retard, letting them get in your head and make you imagine problems that never happened. And it's insane how these things that have happened in your own mind, you are now coming at me.
Now, this NDA that Tectone mentions makes me think that maybe his ex-wife somehow got into communication with Pinky and they started talking. Again,
That's very interesting that they got into communication with each other. If they did get communicated with each other. But a lot of it kind of shows probably it did.
this is highly speculative. We don't really know what's going on here.
True.
But from the information
True.
we have previously, I think it's fair to say that may be the case. There's some behind the scenes action going on between these people who believe that they were abused, or maybe they don't believe they were abused and they just hate Tectone and want to get at him. Once again, we don't really know. It's hard to really say definitively what's going on here with these people's intentions, especially with the absence of evidence. So it's really tough to say.
Because granted, at the end of the day, right, we don't know how the streamers are off stream. We just don't know. We do know how they are on stream, but we don't know how they are off stream. You know what I do off stream? The moment I get off stream, I go lay in my bed. I fall asleep for like at least 8 fucking hours. I wake up, go do my hair, wash my face, and, you know, brush my teeth, do all that shit. If I don't wake up late, I'll get something to eat. But if I wake up late, I don't eat, and then I immediately come back here. Like I said, I have the most mundane life in the entire world. People ask me, how is my day? I'm like, bro, nothing has happened in the past 8 hours, okay? I just fucking went to bed, wake up, and just started streaming, okay? Alright? Nah, so Naga probably says stupid to me all the time. She's like, shut the fuck up, because you are stupid. You're fucking doing all these stupid shenanigans in my fucking Discord. I see what you do with those fucking YouTube shorts, King. Don't fucking lie to me. I see what you do with those damn YouTube shorts.
Say what's going on. I think when you watch the clip, a lot of people took what he said as like, oh, well, he's not denying the abuse, so he must have done it, right? But that's not really what's going on here. If anything, more of what he's saying is like, hey, it really hurts me that this person would say these things when I had done everything for them. Now, obviously, just because he said that doesn't mean he's innocent, but it also doesn't mean that he's guilty, and I think that's the important thing to remember. I just don't like the fact that a lot of people are jumping to conclusions about this when we have no evidence that he's done anything wrong, really. Now,
innocent until proven guilty. That's just how it is. For both sides, okay? For both sides. Not just one, for both.
In his response tweet, he went into far more detail, and there he said, as many of you are aware by now, Pinky Chew, my ex-girlfriend, has accused me of a number of things that I can't let go.
It's kind of crazy that he fucking dated Pinky Chew. That's Pinky Chew? I don't know if I can pronounce it. Millionaire streamers and their high school dramas. He said, she said, let me make a Twitter post. What a life, man. I don't know, man. I feel like stuff like this, when it comes to like relationship stuff, should always be handled behind the scenes, right? But that's just me, though. I don't know. But at the same time, like, I'm not really that much of a bad person, like, to have this kind of issue or so in a relationship, you know? Like, I'm pretty straight up when it comes to certain situations for stream, and I'm kind of like, yeah, you know?
Go unaddressed. I've been accused of sexual assault, potentially prostitution, and severe emotional abuse, among other things.
I don't know about the prostitution part. The prostitution one sounds kind of pretty crazy accusation right there, you know? Relationship stuff could be should be behind on media, not on media. Yeah, it should yeah, they should be behind the scenes, not literally front and center. I don't know.
Things. I want to make this extremely clear. Everything she accuses me of in her statement is a complete lie. Nothing about these accusations is true. They are entirely made up. Out of respect for our previous relationship, I will give Pinky Chew 2 weeks to apologize for these statements and acknowledge that they are false and inaccurate. If this does not happen, I will pursue legal action against Pinky Chew and those who knowingly repeat her lies with a reckless disregard for the truth. I have preserved all text messages, videos, and additional evidence from the time during the relationship and am more than willing to prove my innocence in a court of law. I am more than willing.
Yep, if he actually does it, like I said, they're both innocent until proven guilty. You know, they're both innocent until proven guilty. But if Tectone pulls out the evidence and says that she is fucking lying, well then she's a freaking liar. You know, she got manipulated by someone else for her to believe all this other shenanigans. So yeah.
Willing also to comply with any legal investigation into the truth of what actually happened. I am certain that when all the facts are laid out, my innocence will be unquestionable. As a victim of SA myself, I find it absolutely disgusting that someone would weaponize a lie on this scale. Using false claims of SA and our word as a weapon to achieve some sort of revenge for how a relationship ended does more damage to real victims than almost anything else. It's because of liars like Pinky Chew that weaponize trauma that legitimate victims are questioned and aren't trusted. Because of how serious these accusations are, I will not discuss them in any capacity until I am certain there is no other path forward and I'm forced to pursue legal action to clear my name of these malicious lies. Thank you.
Yeah, because it's slander and it's serious allegations, right? Because it hurts your branding at the end of the day. You know, you have to give them the book. You know, I understand how Tectone is. You just got to give them the book. You know, you got to slap them down on the book. You know.
Thank you to all of my community for sticking with me through this. Y'all's support means the world to me and I'm not going anywhere. My content will remain unchanged as I have done nothing wrong and I will never let a baseless lie stop me from doing what I love. So right off the bat, I mean, he is outright denying the allegations here. He's saying I didn't do anything. He's saying the relationship between me and Pinky Chew ended poorly and as a result, she is trying to use our poor ending of a relationship to claim that she was assaulted when in reality, nothing actually happened. That's his claim. Now, Twitter's...
Yeah, usually sometimes that actually happens too as well. When the relationship turns really sour or turns south or so, it's either the guy or the girl that starts, you know, the drama of saying like, oh, this person in the relationship is a terrible person because of blah 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 blah, you know.
His reaction to this was somewhat mixed. Obviously, it's kind of along the lines of what you would expect for someone like Tectone, who has some controversy behind him. People who like him say he's innocent. People who don't like him say he's guilty. That's just the way it goes, right? That's the way that the human brain works, unfortunately. Evidence does not matter. Having anything dead to rights does not matter. It's just, if he is a guy I like, he is not guilty. If he's a guy I don't like, he is guilty. That's literally it. But one of the funniest replies was from Keemstar. He replied to Tectone's tweet saying, I have no idea why all you streamers date these OnlyFans clout demons. You guys always get wrecked in the end one way or another.
Oh wait, is she an OnlyFans? She's an OnlyFans model? I didn't even know about that actually. Damn, that's crazy. Like that's actually kind of crazy in my personal opinion. Like he's like Keemstar is not wrong. He's not wrong on his comment, to be honest. Like I like generally like there's a lot of people who date the OnlyFans models and they're only in it for the clout and well, Lord and behold, it is what it is. So like he's not wrong. This has happened multiple times in the past too. So this isn't the first time. This is not the first time. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay.
Classic Keemstar coming in, had a good take. He had a good take. He doesn't always have a good take, but in this situation, I think he had a good take. Now, another guy here from the politics sphere of Twitch would also come out, a guy named Mike from PA. He's known for punching couches in the past. He's also known for making some death threats against other streamers, and he would say, the allegations against Tectone are horrifying. I hope Twitch does something quickly to keep this community safe. So here he's essentially encouraging that Tectone be censored over unproven allegations because of the fact that he doesn't really like him or doesn't like his political takes, basically.
Okay, alright. So random to be honest. It's so fucking random.
I feel like that's not a good way to go about it. I feel like
Yeah.
the allegations are proven to be true in a court of law, and you want to ban him at that point. Okay, fair enough. But at this point, there's literally no evidence that he did anything wrong.
Exactly.
She said he did something wrong. He
Yep.
said he didn't. So what the truth is up in the air. The only
Yep.
people who really know truly are them.
Yep.
But with no evidence, I have to assume he's innocent at this
Exactly.
point. The Mike from PA is just like, all right, he's guilty. Ban him now. And several people who
That's
also
stupid.
have beef with Tectone in the past would also tweet making fun of him, basically saying they're glad these allegations are happening. Like this guy, for example, named Kantz, he said, I am shocked by the news that Tectone, a worse version of Asmongold, is a piece of shit. Who could have seen this coming? And his evidence for this is that he said the word retard. Who cares? Who cares? How does this
Yeah, who cares? Nobody cares. OnlyFans model's not even
mean
once.
anything? How does this mean anything? Because he said the R word. He said the R word. Well, I guess anyone who says retard is just touching women. Apparently that's.
I guess so. I guess so. I guess just saying the word retard, you know, just kind of like. Okay, yeah, I guess so. I guess it just means you're a completely evil person, I guess. Ooh.
That's what this guy believes. He doesn't like the fact that he made a joke tweet that said it's okay to be white, which, to be clear, I
got the joke. God damn it, Tectone. Every single time he always has to make a white joke every damn time. I swear to God, that man always tries to make a goddamn white joke.
I don't think Tectone's doing anything weird there. I think people are making this out like it's some kind of white supremacist dog whistle, but like in current year, it's really not. He's just making a joke. They also don't like that he said he's gonna make fun of fat people, as if that matters once again.
I'm going live, probably gonna make fun of fat people. Yeah, I do have to say, like he is a funny guy. Like I have to give him benefit of the doubt. That's why I just don't like his super aggressiveness. That's the only thing, you know. Even though, because I always hear all the time that he's such a sweet person, he's such a kind person off street, but I'm like, let me see some of it. Come on, let me see it, you know? I'm just like, you know, if you don't get it, you don't get it. I'm not gonna explain to it because it's like a whole other subject. So.
And the final thing that really was the nail in the coffin for this guy was that he said Kamala Harris better be ready to start up an OnlyFans because her ass ain't going to be the president. That apparently.
Damn, dude, you sure know how to make the Democratic side pretty pissed off at you for that one.
Apparently was enough for him to think that there is verified evidence that this guy was potentially essaying someone because he made some tweets. Like, these people basically have no brain. They literally have no brain. It's just guy I don't like must be guilty. Guy I do like can't be guilty.
That's
Literally
so
every
stupid.
streamer has
That's so
said the
stupid.
R word at some point in time. Does that mean they're all touching people? I don't think so. It could be.
Hey man, I still fucking say it. I still say it from time to time. Not all the time, but I say it from time to time, you know? When it's well deserved, you know? When it's well deserved to say retard, you know, it's like, yeah, it's well deserved because they are being so stupid that the word stupid cannot even define them anymore. They're beyond stupid.
Be wrong. I don't think so. Now, Tectone's community would respond.
It's not a slur. Retard is not a slur. It's not. It's actually used as a medical term.
Majorly positively to these allegations. They saw there was no proof, so they were like, let's
that was
support
the
him.
origin of the
They got
word.
into a level 20 hype train, which went as far as getting 800 new subs in 10 minutes, which is pretty crazy.
I don't know when it turned into a slur, to be honest. I have no idea when it turned into a slur. Like, I have no idea, to be honest. Like, I generally have no fucking idea. Just people started telling me don't say that anymore. I'm like, what? Excuse me? Like I literally had people tell me not to say that word anymore. I'm just like, no, I'm gonna fucking say it. You know, I'm still gonna fucking say it. And I'm just like, you know, dude, I hate Latinx. It's supposed to be pronounced Latinx, but the way how people pronounced it, people pronounce it as Latinx. And I was just like, wow, that sounds so fucking racist. I feel so fucking offended from hearing that word, to be honest. It feels like I'm being racist with that word, if I say that word.
crazy, all things considered. You know, his community is very loyal. They're financially supporting him, so that's interesting to see. Now,
That's
one
good.
tweet would get
That's
almost
good.
40,000 likes saying, depressing as F that we're at the point now where R-word allegations are helping men's careers. Now, I think to me, the weird thing about this is like, okay, obviously the R-word allegations, they're helping his career a little bit. But if it was proven that he had done that, it would
True.
not help his career. He would be
True.
blown off the face of the earth. He would
True.
be astro shot into space. He would be nuked from orbit, right?
Yep.
Like that is what would happen. But the thing is here, there's no proof that he did anything.
Exactly.
There's no proof. So in the absence of proof, it makes sense that this audience would be supportive of him through a tough time when they believe he's innocent.
Yeah.
Now, another familiar face here needs to come in. We saw Mike from PA. Now we get to go to Denims, who's a Hassan orbiter, and she would also talk about Tectone in a very negative light. I can't seem to find the original clip, but it doesn't really matter for this context because Tectone would respond on stream essentially shitting on her, and he made a joke that he only watches her with his pants off because she has an OnlyFans.
Denims talks about you.
Oh, fucking Denims. Dude, that fucking girl is so annoying, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, Denim is probably the most annoying person I've ever heard in my entire life, to be honest. Straight up. I'm just gonna be very honest here. Very fucking annoying. Like, actual streamer. No joke. Literally doesn't know that much, you know.
Dude, I only watch Denims clips offline. Yeah, with my pants off. Yeah, I can't watch those on stream. Yeah, just shouldn't bother.
Now, Denims didn't like this very much, despite the fact she publicly has an OnlyFans. She said
I'm like, you have an OnlyFans. What the fuck, dude?
she was being harassed sexually because of this. She said, interesting move to sexually harass a streamer after trying to disprove your sexual allegations. But we can see what at Twitch support think. Like, it's so funny. These people just got banned for being crazy on Twitch.
Yep.
For doing a rating panel where
Yep.
they rated Jews below Arabs
Yep.
on an official TwitchCon event. They all got banned for that. And they're already coming back. They're
Yep.
already like, all right, time to use the same censorship tools that we just complained about to censor the other side. Like, really? Is that really a good thing to do? I feel like it's probably not.
That's why I think Denim and the whole Hassan group is just, they're not really intelligent people whatsoever. They might be intelligent to some certain degree, but they're definitely not an intelligent people, you know?
Also, like, is this really sexual harassment? Like, you do have an OnlyFans where you publicly post your nude body, so
Exactly.
Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
I could be wrong, but I don't know. Like, I'm trying to stay neutral in this entire video because when it comes to allegations, there could be more proof that comes
True.
out that shows that Tectone is
True.
an asshole. You know, I don't know him. I don't have any personal ties to him, so that could be the case. And if that happens, I'm gonna have to cover it. And, you know, I will. But I'm just gonna straight up say, like, this shit is retarded. Shit talking someone on live stream is not sexual harassment when you have an OnlyFans. Like, shouldn't that be something you're proud of? It's not like you're hiding this. It's not like you're like the most covered up girl of all time. Like, you're literally proudly publicly posting pictures of your nude body. You can't take a joke in that vein. But either way, this isn't even the first time Denims has had some kind of beef with Tectone. They have kind of a history. Most infamously, she laughed at him on stream talking about his dad having PTSD because Tectone's dad is a soldier.
My dad's deployed 17 times. My dad has served for over 40 years in the military. All my family has served, and seeing my brothers before the war and after the war, they became different people. My dad also has PTSD, and it's very awful to fucking see. And
So, I mean, you know, she's
What an actual, literally ungrateful, like, what a literally an ungrateful actual person. To be honest, in my personal opinion, it would have been, I would have loved to see an altered dimension where the U.S. actually lost or so in World War II. Just to see, like, Denim's, like, altered dimension version of her, to see how miserable she is, you know? I'd be like, how do you like that life now, huh? How do you like that life? You like that life? You feel very grateful that you have, you know, the time you're on this timeline, that, you know, that you won, you know, the country won World War II, that you actually have this freedom of speech, this freedom that you can do all of this and all of that, you know? These are the soldiers that fought for your goddamn freedom, you know? These are the people who defended against evil during those times, you know? And you're making fun of these kinds of people who served for their country? Like, actual pathetic. Like, actual stupid child behavior for you to be thinking like that. 100%, dude. Like, if this was the Void, if this was, like, if we were playing in the field or so as the Void, this would be unacceptable. 100%. She would be gone. She would be gone in an instant off the platform. If we had like a Twitch version, if we had like a Twitch platform in the void, she's gone. She's immediately gone. We don't take shit. We don't take shit. We don't take shit like that, you know, as a joke, you know. People who actually serve in the war, in military and everything, we do honor them like 100%. We give them our respects and everything. It's funny how you think these people have a conscience. Some people are only human in appearance. Hey man, it's just, it is what it is, man. I'm from the void. I don't really know anything much about your normal, you know, your normal human world, you know. But we're a lot more different. We're more sophisticated. We're just more intelligent and just more better than you guys. And that's not even me tooting my own horn. That's like that's just an actual fact.
It's in that Frogan camp, essentially, because Tectone was reacting to Frogan being nuts and what she said. So this girl, Denims, was like, oh, what? PTSD? Oh.
Because you want to know something? We don't make fun of our soldiers. We don't. We really don't. That's the difference. We use logic. A lot of logic. In our dimension. But yeah. Apparently here it's thrown out the window. 9 times out of 10 logic is usually thrown out the window. So I just can't understand it and wrap my head around how some of you guys can think like this, you know?
It's so weird to see these streamers act as if they have any place to talk about anyone else's hardships when, like, you are literally a streamer who just steals people's content all day. That's all you do. Denims, for those who don't know, literally for an hour before she starts her stream, she just plays other people's YouTube videos or streams and is just not there. That is what she does. Like, you are literally a content thief. You have the easiest job in the world, and you are...
She's literally like the same as, like, other big, you know, Twitch streamers who just literally, like, get up and walk away and just have a video in the background playing. While for me, if it's a quick thing or so, I'm not gonna do a be right back screen. I'll just go over there and then come back. But if I have to do something or something that takes a little bit more longer, I'll do a be right back screen, go over there, go do what I have to do, and then I come back, and that's it. I'm not gonna play a video in the background and, you know, and do all that shit. It's stupid. No, it's dumb.
You are shitting on soldiers for having PTSD. I'm not saying every military operation is good, but if you want to criticize the military, criticize the people at the top. Don't criticize the average people who needed a job or went into the military for whatever reason, who then got traumatized as a result of that. So honestly, it's not really a surprise given Denim's prior takes that when she discussed the allegations on stream, she referred to them as objective fact when once again there has been literally zero actual proof shown. Like she's straight up slandering him.
There's no accusation here. There is only factual proof, factual statements about things we have proof of him doing.
Where's the proof at? Where is it at? Where is it at?
It's not an opinionated matter. It's a statement of fact.
Now, a few days after...
Wow. She calls that a fact? And she's a political streamer? Oh, yikes, man. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Wow. I know the human race is pretty dumb, but I didn't know that some of you guys were this stupid, in my personal opinion. Jesus Christ. In my personal opinion, her eyes look really empty, bad vibes. Sheesh. Wow. Taking someone's like opinion, you know, statement about someone with zero evidence as actual facts is the most dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Like legit, like straight up it's legit the most dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable, to be honest.
After Tectone made his initial statement, he would amend his initial points, and he said that Pinky had 2 weeks to come clean initially, right? But now he's saying she has 24 hours to admit that she made a false allegation before he pursues some kind of legal action against her.
Pink, before I made a post, I said I would give you 2 weeks. You no longer have 2 weeks. You have 24 hours.
So things are really heating up at this point. The allegations are getting more serious. There's threats of legal action. He seems confident in himself. Pinky Chew seems confident in herself. And at this point, things kind of got crazy because Tectone resigned from OTK. He resigned from his organization where he was a part of with Asmongold, Emiru, Mizkif, all these guys. He resigned officially. Now, obviously, there's been a lot of speculation around this. People believed initially that basically he left OTK because they kicked him out and he hadn't actually resigned. It was like, you know, I'm leaving, but secretly he he got kicked out, but Tectone explained in his own words that his contract had just expired and he decided not to renew it, which does seem to be the case looking at the dates that he is showing at least. I mean, that could be the case for sure, but it also could be the case that OTK wasn't desperate to re-sign him because of how these allegations look and how people are talking about them, and obviously he could be a business risk to them, whether he's guilty or not. There's also another clip floating around from about 2 months ago where Tectone insinuated he was going to be leaving OTK anyway, so this seems like it was actually a long time coming with the allegations here kind of being...
Did he or wasn't, yeah, I heard about that he was going to leave OTK anyways. I heard about that.
Part of the straw that broke the camel's back, but I don't think it's as black and white from what I can tell as OTK dropped him because he did something bad. Like, first of all, like I said, there's no proof he did anything bad. Secondly, the timing here does seem to line up with the prior clip.
And the reason why I chose to not renew with OTK is because it gave me a weakness. And I realize I really don't like having weaknesses. And that weakness is that I don't like how people can go after other people when I do some dumb shit. As a guy who does a lot of dumb shit, a lot, I don't like having to worry about other people.
Now, other members of OTK have also reacted to the situation, basically saying if it's true, he should be in jail, but if not, he shouldn't, because they don't want to make definitive statements, because Asmongold, at least, you know, right now, is being pretty smart. He realizes, like, look, I don't know what happened here. I wasn't there. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but innocent until proven guilty, right? Tectone still has yet to drop this 24-hour bomb thing that he planned, but it could be the case that he's silently pursuing legal action and not taking it public, which he did say on a stream that he was going to be pursuing some kind of legal action. So ultimately, that's the situation that we're in right now.
Yeah, he's probably going to do it behind the scenes because it just doesn't concern his business. It's not the public's, it's not the public's eyes, job to look at everything, He's doing it behind the scenes. He's not gonna put out a tweet and be like, yeah, I'm fucking suing her, I'm taking her to court,
You know, with any allegations in general, you have kind of the public-facing part of it, which is like, this girl makes a claim, Tectone denies it, they go back and forth a little bit, Tectone threatens legal action. Past that point, we don't know exactly what's going on behind the scenes, which, at least, if we take Tectone's words with any weight, which, we can't take it with a grain of salt, but with any weight, there does seem to be people behind the scenes moving to destroy Tectone. Now, there could be justification for that we don't know about, but the big point here is,
well, there's a lot of things about, trying to ruin Tectone's career. There's a lot, There is definitely a lot of people behind the scenes that do want to ruin his career. I'm just saying. But it's like, that's a whole other rabbit hole, It's a super long, it's an extensive thing or so that's gonna take a while or so, or else it'd probably be like, it would probably take like another hour to try to explain everything, because it's such a crazy thing. There's like a video already on it that anybody should take a look at it. It's completely like the shit that he had to go through.
we don't know about it, so I don't like to make definitive statements saying that he's fucking guilty when we have literally no evidence of it.
Exactly.
And a lot of the arguments from the people like Denims who are saying he is guilty ultimately are only going to hurt actual victims in the future, or
That's
if there's
true.
real victims here, she's going to hurt them, because it pushes this idea that because you're on a side of the political spectrum, you're guilty, that because
Yep, that is also true as well.
you make fun of people on stream, you're guilty, when in reality, things are much more complicated than that. Oftentimes, the nicest, most publicly facing, awesome, positive people, oh my god, I love you guys so much, those people oftentimes are the guys that are the most twisted, and sometimes the people that are the edgiest are the least twisted. But
Yeah. You know how those specific streamers and those other people who are super nice, super positive, super wholesome, super they can never do anything wrong in the entire world. 9 times out of 10, they usually are the bad person. They usually are the most twisted kind of people. And the people who are more edgier and just kind of say straight up, straight up shit, and be honest with you. Those people are the actual people who are not actually fucked up in the head, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It is what it is. It is what it is.
But also, exists on a spectrum, of course. Sometimes, you know, people of one political disposition or people of one belief system can be completely in contradiction to that in their private life, and we just don't know about it. Like, there's just too much speculation here to say that Tectone did it, because there's so much room for error, because we don't know. So if evidence comes out that proves that Tectone actually did something evil, I will cover that. But until that point, I have to assume his innocence ultimately.
Yeah,
anyway,
of course.
today is Thanksgiving, so I hope that in between watching this video, if you're watching it on Thanksgiving, you guys are eating that turkey. Okay, I know it's a little dry, but just scuff it down. Okay, it's a tradition.
My turkey wasn't dry. Mama made really good turkey, so she was making the food this time. But yeah, like I said specifically, yeah, it's just these are crazy allegations in my personal opinion. But he definitely has to take her ass to, you know, to court, 100%. Putting on their virtuous mask just makes the fallout when they slip up one day exponentially bigger. Yeah, like take for example, what's his face, Slime Boy, you know, where he literally had a mask off moment, and then also Tricky Wee also had a mask off moment too, you know. Like there's been a lot of tons of people who had mask off moments, you know. For me, I'm just like I'm gonna be straight. I'll be straight and honest with you, you know. It's pretty much it. I'm not here to have this like wholesome, comfy, safe space, you know, stream or community or anything like that. No, that's just not how I am, you know. Like I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you, you know. I'll be square and fair up to your face. If I don't like you, I don't like you, and that's just how it is, you know. But it is what it is. But anyways. That's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. And yeah, no, these are some pretty serious allegations if they are true. But at the end of the day, right, there's no evidence. Innocent until proven guilty. That's always the term. They're both innocent until proven guilty. One of them is lying. One of them is not lying. At the end of the day, we're going to be finding out who it is. But anyways, that's it. That's the end of it. I kind of knew they were kind of like in cahoots together. It was like I was getting that vibe. That they were giving off, that they were like, I was like, I think they're together or so. But they might be hiding it, so they haven't announced anything about it. So I don't know. I could be wrong. I haven't seen a Tectone stream in a while. I've been too busy doing my own shit. So, but anyways, like I said, crazy allegations. We'll see if there's any more coming up in the future. And yeah, and that's the end of the video. Peace.